Hey everybody, I'm Mel Greenberg.
And I'm Karen Glasser, and welcome to Uncorked, life exposed in the most unexpected ways.
Where what you see is not always what you get.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Uncorked is so proud to be on the Vital C network, so thank you, Vital C. So what are we talking about today?
Well, summer,
Of course.
of course. And honestly, well, no, what am I doing? First, what do we do?
Oh, have to drink.
Drink.
Okay, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Sancerre, which in the summer I move to white wines. It's too hot in the desert as much as I love my reds. So this is a light, crisp, enjoyable cocktail.
Well, mine's light and crisp too, but it's Red Bull, peach Red Bull, with a little bit of vodka thrown in because why bother if you're not going to throw the vodka in? So, cheers, everyone!
Cheers. I'm trying so hard not to judge, but
It's delicious. I love it.
Okay. Somebody has to.
Somebody has to love it.
Better you than me.
I know. So we're talking about summer because it's summer.
It's summer, and we spoke last month about our year. We celebrated our first year, and kept thinking about that, preparing for this show, where we've come in a year. And your favorite show was our Should I Stay or Should I Go? And we talked about the differences that we were forced to make, or we chose to make, based on our world, and where we are a year later. And so now we have big news from Karen, who was only staying.
I was only staying back then because I was still afraid, and I was still very neurotic, as I like to say, about not going out. But here we are 1 year later, and really excited. I got my passport picture taken. Woo! Because I'm getting my passport renewed because I'm leaving. I am going to British Columbia. I'm going to Vancouver this summer.
One of my favorite cities on the planet. And I said this to you when you shared that with me. On a clear day, it is one of the most gorgeous cities on the planet. I love Vancouver. You're going to have the best time.
I cannot wait. And what's even more exciting is I'm going with my brothers and sisters.
And what a beautiful way to kind of start getting back out in the world.
Very much so, and when I finally made the commitment,
what did that feel like?
I felt like I was back to me.
Was it hard to pull that final?
It was, and then it wasn't. It was like, okay, I have to get out of my own way here. And so my first step was to go renew my passport. And it was almost like, okay, I think I'm going to be okay. And that's
so do you do that like once, like you ruminate and you stress and obsess over a decision, and then you can just let it go?
Yes. Yeah. Once I've made the decision's made, I don't go backwards. Good. And so I'm very excited.
I'm so
everything's in process, and I'm going away. I'm so excited.
And when is you doing that?
We're going next month, actually.
Wonderful.
I'm so excited.
Great time to get out of here.
Yeah, too. I'm so excited. Going next month. So I've never been to this particular place that we're going. We're going to this little private island. I can't even pronounce whatever it's called. I'm so thrilled. I'm just so excited.
You're gonna love it. You are so
excited.
Love
What's going on with you?
So we are traveling. We are we're cruising this month, and
it's quite fun.
We leave from Miami, just a short fun cruise on Virgin, and I'm excited to try this trip. It's like the Rockstar Suite cab. It just looks really fun, and we're going to Dominican Republic and Bimini. And we're going with a couple other friends. And it started out as a celebration for one of their friends' 50th birthdays, wedding anniversaries. And because we were supposed to do this last summer, which it didn't happen. And now none of them are going, but our friends and we're game. And I'm really looking forward to it. As you know, there are certain circumstances when I love to cruise, and I'm really I think it's going to be a different experience now, the world being what it is, and I think I'm going to enjoy it even more. So I'm really excited.
I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear about the whole Virgin Cruise thing, because this is they launched, I think, right
at the beginning of COVID. Yeah, so there's no experiences to judge from.
When I saw that come out, I literally turned to my husband and said, we have to go on that. And then, of course, everything happened. So we will go on it. But
and I'm hoping that it lives up to its printed promises, because it looks fabulous, and they have incredible itineraries in Europe, and they did a really cool thing when they had to cancel. It wasn't, it was what it was. You had the opportunity to get your money back or get 50% like 2 for 1 on a future cruise. So basically, we're getting 2 cruises for the price of one.
That's
so now
amazing.
we just have to decide another time where to go.
Well, let me know when you're going the next time, because we'll go. We'll definitely go. It's my favorite kind. It's my favorite kind of vacation.
I'm thinking Greece. Around the Grecian islands would be fun. But we'll look at itineraries and see what
that would be amazing. Go to Santorini, go to Athens. That'd be really, really fun. So you've been traveling. I mean, even when we talked about this last year, should I stay or should I go? And we talked about the fact that you were the go. I mean, you've gone and you keep going. Even as things were getting crazy again, you still kept going, but safely.
Yeah, and I think again what I love about we view the world and we view a lot of things really differently, and we respect that about each other.
Absolutely.
And we did, and I wasn't going to stop living, and a lot of choices were made based on those philosophies.
Right.
And we had some incredible trips with beautiful friendships, and last year, and I'm looking. It was, but I will not lie, it was not fun to travel. Flying with a mask, it's hard to breathe. I mean, there are restrictions, necessary restrictions, that make it less fun,
enjoyable.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that I don't, as we speak right now, I don't think it's changed, but I'm hoping that does too for flights. So, by that you can, or that it doesn't become a mandate, or that they ease those restrictions. But we'll see. And it's not going to keep me from doing it. So.
No, and I'm actually it's not going to keep me from doing it either.
Yes,
and that's the thing. I'm past the I'm scared stage.
Good.
I'm now I can't wait to go stage. So what does summer kind of look like for you? You're going to travel and everything, but you got your family and you do things with your family and your kids, not just going solo out with your hubby, which is always fun.
That's interesting. And both of my oldest son and his wife both turned 30 this year, and they want to plan. They're in the midst of planning something, and we do all travel together a lot, and we plan family. But now, as their family expands, and it's growing because of his wife's family, and they spend time together. We're very fortunate. All the families are close with their children, so they want to spend time with each of us. And so we kind of I can see, I've had friends, and I would watch them, like they would be at Christmas for a holiday or Thanksgiving, and they kind of split things up. And that's what I'm sure we'll do, and we'll just keep flowing with it all and making it work.
How fun. Well,
how about you?
Well, we're going to do the trip next month. And my plan is, because now I do feel comfortable going up to see my folks, because I haven't had a chance because of everything. I'm going to go up and take a vacation with my family up in LA, and just start getting out a little bit, just exploring. And we've had some fun while you've been here. Going out and exploring and eating some great food and going to great restaurants and things
too much
like
great food.
I know. But
I'm gonna get back home to my workouts.
But you can still get your clothes on, so that's all.
Well, that's a start.
That's all good. That's all good. And I think that summer looks different when you're working versus when you're retired. So my husband is getting ready to officially 100% retire, which means he's going to have a lot more open time and empty time. And I'm not quite retired at this point, in fact, and I don't want to be. And that's the thing. I don't want to be retired. I think a retired Karen would be very dull Karen. And so
we don't want a dull Karen.
We don't want a dull Karen. So I'm continuing to work, but it's going to change how we travel when we start traveling again. You're working, obviously, clearly, and Dean, your husband, is clearly working. I think he works more than anybody I've ever met.
And
actually,
he's been he doesn't view himself and life as ever retiring, but we own our companies, and he has set up. I mean, he's getting freer, to spend more time away, and I think that's how he views his retirement, just how much time he can be away, because he loves his work, he loves all of his clients, and what he's doing. And now, with what's really wonderful is the company, that it's grown so much in the past year, that the youth that has come on, the young advisors. So he loves being around that
new
young
energy.
Right. Yeah. So it's even more fun for him.
Yeah, and I mean, that's also part of the whole changing of family dynamics as well. I mean, my son and his wife live here in the desert, and we're hoping to be able to see them more often now that they're here. My son lives in Dana Point, and he'll come now. Now I'm feeling comfortable that everybody coming, and I know that your some of your kids, not both of them, but one of your kids and grandchild and they live with you, which is such a cool thing.
It is, and they came. That was a temporary thing when they moved back to Tucson from LA, and waiting for the markets to slow down so they can buy a house because there's just no inventory and the prices are just through the roof.
Right.
But I do joke with them that I'm never letting them leave. And they do kind of keep encroaching on rooms in our house.
Right.
And as Matthew took over, he moved his production studio recently into one of the guest rooms. As I was joking with his wife, and she goes, "Don't worry, we'll give you a 30-day notice when you need to be out." So we may be the ones leaving, and they may take the house, which would be okay.
You heard it here. You heard it here first. We're really excited about something though. So
more travel
related. I mean, you talked about you're going on the Virgin Cruise. That's not the only cruise you're going on.
No, I'm very, very excited about a cruise coming up in September to Alaska. And it is actually through our very exciting new feature on the Vital Sea Network, our travel network.
Right.
And this is the maiden voyage, if you will, for Vital Sea travel. And I will be holding workshops on writing on it and meeting everyone. But what's really exciting is that by booking your travel through Vital Sea, you're not only going, it's not summer camp. You're not funneled through with on these tours with you. You are with like-minded people. You don't have to, but you get so many perks, so many special perks at your fingertips. A 24/7 concierge on the cruise, leading up to the cruise. You get lots of fun swag, and this is all included in your booking.
And you get to go with Mel.
And you get
let's
the first one.
The first one, and who knows? This is
and they're also top. Really wonderful cruise lines: Seabourn, Windstar, Holland America.
I think Celebrity, or there's a bunch of them. Yeah, I mean, it's so exciting.
Seven Seas. I think that's the
Seven Seas.
I think that's the Alaska ship.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
very
and it's
exciting.
a really beautiful new adventure for all of the growing Vital Sea community. And if you're not part of it, hop on over to vitalsea.com and check out what we're doing. It'll be right
there, flashing.
One thing I'm going to pitch her, because she did the most fabulous interview. She hosts the Peak Stage show with Dave Cause, who I've loved. And when I found out they were also longtime friends, I died because I am obsessed with him. And so I just wanted to be in that room. He's a fabulous musician, and learned so much more about him through their interview. So check them all out. See what's going on at Vital Sea, and get your travel. There are a few spaces left. It's booking up quickly. I think everybody is on the same page. We're ready to travel.
We're ready to go.
If you weren't, you want to, and if you have been, you're ready for a brand new experience.
So, when we were talking about doing the show, we were talking about doing the deep dive and talking about, what this meant at this stage in our world and getting out. But we also want to mention the fact that we both live in the desert, and it is hot during the summer, right? It is. In fact, I feel a song coming on, but it is very hot. So how do you
and we joke it's a dry heat. It does matter, because I went to school and lived in Washington, D.C., where it's very humid. And so dry heat matters. And that doesn't really bother me. However, I have noticed that as I've aged, it bothers me more. And living in Tucson I grew up in San Diego, spent a considerable amount of my childhood and young adult life in the Coachella Valley.
Right.
I love the desert heat.
Right.
It just feels so good to walk outside, but it feels less good now for extended periods of time. It does bother me more. It just does.
And you've been here to visit me during when we had like 122 degree weather for like extended periods of time. And for a newbie in the desert, it was like, oh, whoa, I didn't sign up for this, I don't think. But I think you do acclimate more or less.
Yeah.
In fact, I've been fond to say it's only 90 right now. It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Even though who says that, right? It's 90 and comfortable. But
if you put it in perspective, because you likely are in an air-conditioned car or heated car, as you are in a building or home. So what it is outside doesn't really matter. And I personally need the sun. I need warm weather. I my college roommates used to joke, because I was good for about 2 weeks in the snow and the cold. And they're like, "You're not on vacation." I'm like, this needs to be a vacation. This cannot be home.
Oh my
gosh. So I do need the warmer weather, but the really, really hot temperatures do get to me. So I do.
So how do you stay cool then?
I escape. I go. I try not to be in Arizona in the summer, honestly, or a good portion of it, as much as we can.
As much as you can. I spend it in the pool, or I spend it in my backyard. I'm getting a slip and slide this summer.
Oh my God, I love it.
I'm going to put it on my grass.
Okay, we're going to get footage of that, and you're going to see it.
I'm going to go slip. And the other thing I'm going to do is I'm putting an outdoor shower in my backyard. Now, normally an outdoor shower means that you've got a pool in your backyard and you need. No, I'm just putting it there so when it gets so hot, which is, during the summer, I can go cool off. So that's how I'm going to stay cool is go slip and slide all over my. And so I want to talk about something else that we actually skipped over.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the cruise and the travel that we've got going, you've got a new thing going on at Vital Sea. It's your Mel's Moments. Let's talk a little bit about that.
So it's part of the platform, and it's my own little space in the platform, and I haven't quite figured out how to define that yet.
Right.
But because it's a combination of things and people and contributors.
Right.
And really it is introducing the world to some phenomenal people. The meet section that if you're part of the community, you've already been introduced to a lot of the fabulous people I've featured in the interviews, and that will be in there. We're kind of, it's really touching on a different angle of getting through and living and enjoying the peak stage of life.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's fun.
It's been really fun.
Got some great things that are going that I've been reading in there. Good stuff. So go check it out. And while you're there, I mean, I know you're watching the show right now on Vital Sea, but while you're in the Vital Sea platform, go binge watch us. I mean, we're fun. I think you should go binge watch us.
I think so too.
And while you're there, go binge watch. We have a sports show, and we have the Peak Stage, as you mentioned. We have a health show that's on. We have a business show that's on. We have some amazing programs on. So go check it out and go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, and it's easy to deep dive into that.
Totally,
and just keep going.
Totally. And as we say every month, thank God for Mel. Mel is our curator, and she has created some amazing things in the Uncorked shop. So go check it out at uncorked.shop. Some cool items and cool things to keep you cool.
Keep you cool.
Yeah. In the heat. And then finally, we want to make sure you go check out the music because again, Mel, this is where you come from. You're I was going to say an old DJ, but you're not old, so you're simply a past DJ,
yes,
right?
Yes.
And she's curated some amazing songs, and I find myself putting them on all the time and just rocking out.
And what's really fun as we have somewhat of a theme for each month. I try to tailor them to that within going back to our generational favorites and new music. And we, let's say it again, our favorite, our obsession right now, Teddy Swims. Love, God.
You guys have to go check him out. I have to be honest, if I had not heard his voice and just saw this picture of him, I probably would have said pass and moved on only because go look. You wouldn't think.
And just
amazing.
Heads up, Bonnie Raitt has some new music out, which is fabulous.
Yeah, so check it out. It's on the playlist. Go make sure you check it out. Guys, we're thrilled that you join us today and every month on the second Tuesday. Any last thoughts?
No. I think that I'm grateful to be where I am this year. We made it through the year, and I'm really happy for you, Karen, to be going out.
Thank you.
I worry about everyone that was isolated. I do. So I'm really glad you're getting out.
I am excited too. And one of the places I'm actually going to go is come visit you in Arizona.
You are.
So I didn't say that, but I really am going to go do that now that I feel like I can come out. Go out, everyone, and give somebody an awesome day. We'll see you next time on the next Uncorked.
Sure.
Goodbye, everyone.